Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And we start with breaking news from southwest Detroit. That's where the partially undressed body of a black woman was discovered along railroad tracks. That story topping our news at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassimy. At this point in the investigation, foul play is suspected. Local 4's Jason Colthorpe joining us live this afternoon from the scene, gathering information. And Jason, do we know who this woman is or anything about her at this hour?
Well, the information's changing as we go along here, Evrod. The first thing I should point out is the body actually was completely clothed. Police just confirmed she was wearing shirt, jeans, no shoes, but they think that this is a body that has not been here very long, possibly last night or early this morning. A witness did tell us she saw a van in the area around 5 this morning at that very scene. And when you look at this area on Kronk here in southwest Detroit, this body was found just a few feet into these tall weeds, these reeds. And on the other side is all industrial, and on the other side of these tall weeds is railroad tracks. Now, about the body, police believe she's a young black woman, possibly 17 to 20 years old. She's on her side. They're currently waiting for the medical examiner before they move the body to see if there are any obvious signs of trauma, because they do not see any at the moment. Now, she appears that, like we said, very young. And here's what police told us just a few moments ago.
I mean, this is a fairly desolate area. I mean, it's the side of the road. She's in reeds, left there, you know. This was somebody walking down the road that found her. You know, if she was with somebody, you would think they would have notified, you know, that something happened to her. Right now, we have nothing other than she's at the side of the road by herself.
Now, the other thing police are looking into are reports of recent missing persons. There's one in particular of a missing girl who was 16. She was reported missing about 3 weeks ago. Police looking to see if this is possibly her. Again, a very active scene and a fluid investigation. As we get more details, we'll bring them to you. We're live in southwest Detroit this afternoon. Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
Even more breaking news at this hour that we want to get to, this time from Detroit's west side, where we have just learned some sad news. A 70-year-old man has died of carbon monoxide poisoning. He was in his apartment in a building on Greenfield when he was using his stove and passed out while calling 911. Local 4's Priya Mann has been following this story for us since it broke. And Priya, I hear that a neighbor was involved in finding this man.
70-year-old victim called 911 early this morning. Paramedics arrived, but he didn't respond, so paramedics can't force their way into the apartment, and a neighbor busted down the door to get paramedics inside. You can see the apartment behind me. Let's get to some video from the scene earlier today. Sources say the victim was using the stove to heat his apartment. The family says they found a pot of coffee being heated on the stove at an extremely high temperature. The victim may have died from carbon monoxide poisoning, but the family also says he suffered a medical issue a few months earlier. Now, the victim lived alone. His wife died a few months ago, and the family says the 70-year-old man fell into a heavy depression. Paramedics were called to the apartment near Greenfield and Warren at around 9 this morning. Once a neighbor let them inside, the victim was rushed to Oakwood, where he was pronounced dead. And you know, with colder weather approaching, this tragedy is a reminder not to heat your apartment using the stove. Reporting from the west side, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Some very sad news there, Priya. Thank you for the update. Even more breaking news at this hour. Now we go to Detroit's east side, where police are telling us a man was shot in the arm near a church. This is in the area of Field Street and Sylvester from earlier this morning. You're looking at video of that scene from Sky 4. The victim somehow managed to drive himself to a DPD precinct after he was shot. Although the extent of his injury is not known at this hour, we do know that 2 shell casings were found at the scene. And as you can see there, police are still on the scene investigating. Today, Detroit leaders are very happy with Angels Night last night and how everything went. There were 59 fires in the city. Only 22 of them were suspicious. Also, there were only 9 citations. 7 of them were for minors. And as our Nick Monticelli reports, this year is the beginning of big change.
Good afternoon. The city of Detroit and the leaders of both the police department and the fire department, they're essentially declaring victory, saying that Angels Night was a big success. They held a press conference at about 9 o'clock this morning talking about all the numbers and all the people involved. They said there were more than 6,000 volunteers on Angels Night patrolling and helping with children. We'll talk about that more in just a moment. The numbers are also down. 59 fires this year, only 22 of them were deemed suspicious, and only 9 citations, 7 of those were minors. That's also down, not a single arrest, just citations. But there's kind of a change in mentality going on here in the city of Detroit. Obviously, back in 1984, we had more than 800 fires. That number has gone down every single year. Now we're well below 100, 59. But instead of doing all this Angels Night patrolling with those 6,000 volunteers on Halloween night, they changed their mindset. They changed what they wanted to do and how to handle it. Instead, they had about 50% of their force out still patrolling. The other 50% were just spent with the kids, trick-or-treating, playing with them. They had buses decorated. It was a big party for the kids, and that is what's helping.
All across the city, there were parents and grandparents with children and smiles. And that's what Halloween should be about.
Now, I've already started receiving the questions. Is this the end of Angels Night in Detroit as we know it? The answer is no. They will still have this program because they still need to have these patrols, but they will start focusing even more on this programming aspect, spending more time with the kids, giving them something to do instead of being out in the city being destructive. At DPD headquarters, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
All righty, thank you, Nick. We do want to continue to follow a developing story that we first told you about from earlier this morning. The lanes of eastbound I-96, Jeffries Freeway at Livernois finally opened late in the morning rush hour, that is, after being closed since just after 3 a.m. because of a deadly accident there. Here's what happened. Police say that one car rear-ended another, and then a third car flipped over as that driver was trying to avoid the scene. Sadly, the driver of that vehicle was ejected from the car and died. We did speak with a witness who saw it all happen.
It was horrible, just to imagine who could have been in the car or, what the circumstances may have been. Like I said, I'm the type of person that always helps others when I see them in distress, but at this point, all I could do was call 911, which is what I did.
The driver of the car that started the crash sequence ran from the scene. Unfortunately, police have not tracked him down just yet. Well, let's talk about something that most of you are going to enjoy today. That would be the forecast. Unseasonably warm. It's kind of hard to believe that this is what, November 1st?
Could be September 1st. It could be May 1st. It doesn't have that November feel at all. Don't you worry, the cooler weather isn't far behind. Not necessarily celebrating that, but you know what happens here in Michigan. It won't last long. So let's enjoy this. How about 67 degrees, your noontime temp? It's 67 in Howell. How about 70 already in Monroe? The cooler air blowing off of Lake Huron and up into Lake Erie is bringing some slightly cooler numbers like Harrow, Ontario at 60. Sandusky is at 54. The rest of us nice and warm. There's a look at those winds, and you can see they are dragging across some of the bigger bodies of water on the east side, but shifting a little bit more to the southwest and a warmer breeze, 5 to 15 miles an hour throughout the day. Noontime, yes, we're at 67. We're seeing those high clouds thinning out. 71 at 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock should be about 74 degrees. Some of your neighborhoods getting into the upper 70s, close to 80. The record high is 81. We're going to have another warm day, and then we're going to see some showers and storms. Our 4-zone weather constantly changing, and you can find your zone and your forecast all the time. The Weather tab. Click on Detroit.com. Everett?
All righty, Brendan, thank you. We are just 6 days away from the election, and the big question is all about how the candidates are coping with controversy. We'll have more on that when we come back, but first we are continuing to follow breaking news across Detroit. In southwest Detroit, a woman has been found dead near railroad tracks. This is on the west side of the city. Now, a 70-year-old man there was killed by carbon monoxide poisoning in his own home. Then on the east side, police are investigating there after a man was shot near a church. 3 big stories that we're following for you on the air and on clickondetroit.com. We'll have more as we come back. Welcome back, everyone. In Decision 2016 now, the focus stays on the latest FBI investigations into Hillary Clinton's private email server. Donald Trump taking advantage of the timely controversy as Clinton is questioning the FBI's timing. We are just 6 days away from the election, 6 days and just hours and counting. Jennifer Johnson has our story from the campaign trail.
Hillary Clinton is urging voters not to be distracted by the latest FBI investigation into her emails while Secretary of State.
Why in the world the FBI would decide to jump into an election without evidence of any wrongdoing with just days to go?
The FBI's probe involving Clinton aide Huma Abedin and her estranged husband, former Congressman Anthony Weiner, may be having an effect on potential voters. A new ABC News Washington Post poll taken after the FBI news broke shows Trump now ahead of Clinton 46 to 45%, prompting Trump to tweet this morning, gone up 12 points in 2 weeks, mostly before the crooked Hillary blow-up. But an NBC News SurveyMonkey poll Monday had Clinton leading by 6 points. Trump is seizing on the controversy.
Do you think right now that Hillary Clinton is happy with the services of Huma? I don't think so.
Already 23 million voters have cast their ballots in early voting. Among them, House Speaker Paul Ryan, who refused to campaign for Trump.
I already voted here in Janesville for our nominee last week in early voting. We need to support our entire Republican ticket.
Still fighting back, Clinton's camp has unleashed a new ad.
I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers.
The ad, aimed at women voters, is running in 8 battleground states.
Jennifer Johnson, Local 4.
And NBC News is telling us there could be an update on the emails from the FBI a little bit later today. All the Bureau is saying now is that the investigation is going smoothly. In other news, a court in Orlando, Florida, ordered police to release recordings of the phone calls between them and Omar Mateen, the gunman responsible for the largest mass shooting in U.S. history. You might remember Mateen opened fire at Pulse nightclub in Orlando. This was just this past June, killing 49 people and injuring 53 others. In the calls, Mateen discussed his motivation for that violent attack.
I pledge my allegiance to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi Hafidullah on behalf of the Islamic State.
Can you tell me where you are right now so I can get you some help?
No, because you have to tell America to stop bombing Syria and Iraq. They're killing a lot of innocent people.
Well, as you probably remember, police ended up killing Mateen. The courts are now being asked to release hundreds of 911 calls made from people inside the nightclub at the time of that shooting. Just hours after Iraqi forces reported they had liberated a village from ISIS, gunfire once again broke out near Mosul. Iraqi forces reported early Tuesday morning that the village of Bazwai had been liberated from ISIS, but later in the morning, gunfire broke out for nearly 20 minutes between the Iraqi military and ISIS soldiers. Hundreds of more civilians are now displaced as Iraqi forces continue to close in on Iraq's capital city. And we want to get to new developments in the death of a mother and 2 children who were killed last night on a hayride. This incident happening in rural Mississippi when a pickup truck just plowed right into a hayride. Witnesses say that the trailer carrying the victims was being towed by another truck when it was rear-ended by that pickup. Sadly, the mother and 2 children are confirmed dead, while several others are still being treated for life-threatening injuries. Bill Cosby is in a Pennsylvania courtroom where a 2-day hearing is underway on motions related to a sexual assault case against him. The case, brought by a Temple University employee, was dropped back in 2005, but a new prosecutor has reinstated the charge. Prosecutors want 13 other women to testify about allegedly being drugged and assaulted by Bill Cosby. His attorneys say those accusations are not true, but some go back to the 1960s. So it's a taste of Italy with a little bit of soul added. The restaurant combining classic Italian with soul food is coming up for Tasty Tuesday, and they do a fantastic job, Brandon.
Well, there's the mac and cheese, and the restaurant rhymes with mac and cheese. Just a little hint. All right, we are warm, and we are going from warm to possibly stormy over the next 30 hours or so, and we'll break that down for you right here, Local 4 News today at noon. Next.
I think just it's so hidden.
But now many families are coming forward.
I really think I had guided my children.
Their stories about suicide and the signs they missed. Exposed, raw and real, tonight at 11.
Here's the
Well, good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. It is, as advertised, a good one. Look at these numbers that we have. Our 4 zones represented, starting in our metro zone, which includes most of Wayne County, southern Oakland County, downriver. We're at 67 degrees at Metro Airport, 69 in our west zone at Howell, which also includes Ann Arbor, Plymouth, Canton, over into Ypsilanti, Port Huron, our north zone at 63, not bad. And Monroe, down in our south zone, 70 degrees. 74 degrees will be your afternoon high, sort of a blended temperature where some of our north zone, seeing these winds coming off of the big lakes, may not get quite as warm, but some of your neighborhoods could be flirting with 80 degrees. The record high, 81 degrees. So we are going to come close in some neighborhoods. Don't think we're officially going to get there, but we want you to make sure to stay tuned to Ben Bailey later and check out those numbers, see if we get there. 57 degrees will be the overnight temperature. Pretty mild stuff. And again, just the way the numbers break down over the next several hours, 67 now to 71 degrees at 2 o'clock. We will have these south-southwest winds, 5 to 15, that could be gusting a little bit stronger, but really not a big player, just bringing in that warmer air, 74 degrees. Thought we were going to shake these showers up in the thumb region, and I think a lot of this is not hitting the ground, but maybe a little spritz, a little spit and drizzle across Caro and Bad Axe, and we just can't quite shake that. Could still see a couple of more showers, but as we widen the view out here, notice what we're tracking here, a little warm front coming in, hence even warmer as we get you into the afternoon hours. And most of tomorrow is going to be warm. This front is going to sort of head up in this direction, and so before the southern edge of that front swings through, we're going to see mild conditions, probably closer to 70 degrees again on your Wednesday. Let's time it out for you. Not much happening, obviously, today. As we get you into tomorrow, we go most of the day without a problem, and then as we look at the timeline up here, stop it at about 6 p.m. I would say 4, 5, 6 o'clock. Rain and thunder showers moving in, and through the evening and early overnight, some of those could be a little bit heavier. So that will be Wednesday, mainly dinner time and beyond, but a shot at 70 degrees before that. As we get into Thursday, we're looking at temperatures much cooler behind that front. And I think the rain comes to an end by about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's 50s and windy and much more fall-like on Thursday, Friday. The weekend looks dry, so we're hoping for a good Wednesday evening soaker. We could always use the fall rain. It will bring colder air your way. Tasty Tuesday time, and we're talking about a restaurant along Woodward Avenue in Detroit. Soon, it'll be back to normal there, but the M1 railway and all the construction is messing things up a little bit, so we want you to check out a great deal. We have a good incentive for you to go there today. Maccabees, rhymes with mac and cheese, right? Don't miss out on this place. They're a blend of both soul food and Italian.
You want you to feel at home, cozy. You want that nice atmosphere where you're welcome. You can sit down and enjoy a nice comfort meal. You know, trying to mix it up Italian, soul food, but as long as it's comfort, we think it'll work out.
So they have instead of just fried chicken and waffles, they have fried chicken with like a cornbread and stuffing waffle with gravy on it and a little cranberry drizzle. Great pasta dishes there as well. All the soul food that you're familiar with his own spin on it. That's Chef Jamon Woods. Today, only 5057 is Maccabees' address there on Woodward, offering $8 chicken and waffles. Just mention Tasty Tuesday. Again, Woodward Avenue, right there at Warren, across the street from the DIA, Midtown Detroit, open until 9 p.m.
Good stuff, and their food is great, as Brendan mentioned. And of course, we're back after this. Keep it here. Well, unfortunately, we're out of time, but we hope you get a chance to get out there and enjoy the weather. Yep. November 1st, you can't beat that, right?
70s, close to 80.
Have a great day, everybody.
Enjoy.